It's cute though.
So hyaluronic acid, it holds 1,000 times its water weight per drop or per square foot or whatever the measurement is. But it loves to hydrate your skin. Very expensive, but it does work. Hyaluronic acid you can find on the market if it's a 2% or more.
What do you suggest?
I would say $80 or more, give or take.
How often should you use it on your face?
Not every day. You can use it every day if you want to, if you choose to. Yes, if you have that type of money and you can use it every day, then yeah, use it every day.
I mean, you're using it sparingly right now. Do you normally need that much?
Nope. As you can see, I only put like a few drops on the forehead, and it's enough to go around. Like this is your drop. I'm gonna show you the size of it once we're done. You only need a few drops because your face already had water. I put a little bit of water in my hand, mix it together.
I want one, Benjamin.
I'm gonna hook you up, Andrew.
I want to buy one.
It's not even $80 though. I'm just saying like for the very, very most expensive 2%. 2% meaning the thickness of hyaluronic acid. This is a 1.5%. So this would be half that, so $40. 2% only.
So I can use it on my face every day for moisturizing.
Yep. Right after your shower, put this on, then your moisturizer. Don't put this on after your moisturizer because then it just sits on your face or on top of the moisturizer.
I need a good moisturizer. Who's a good brand?
Vitamin E. You can't
just
go wrong
pure
with that.
vitamin E, all right?
Yeah, vitamin E. You could use coconut oil. Well, that would be a little bit more clogging the pores a little bit because it's your face. So I wouldn't use coconut oil unless you're going to use a little bit of it. But vitamin E oil, you can't go wrong. Jojoba oil, can't go wrong. Can't go wrong with grapeseed oil. Grapeseed oil is the thinnest. Like if you don't want a greasy face, use grapeseed. Grapeseed oil, and almost everybody got that in their kitchen somehow, some way. Vitamin E oil, olive oil is great for your skin. Yeah, all of those are good. You can't go wrong with none of them.
I need to start using back oils instead of lotion because the lotion don't do nothing.
Yeah, lotion, the only reason why it doesn't do anything, lotion is a thick ass molecule. We have an acid mantle, a barrier that keeps water outside, like a water on a duck's back. You ever see a duck dive down into the water, try to get a fish or whatever it's eating, and they come back up and the water just beads off the back? It's crazy. So that acid mantle is just a lot of feathers. Our acid mantle is skin. So if we went out to the rain, and if we didn't have acid mantle, we would be sponges. So water would be worse than bullets. Isn't that crazy? Because we wouldn't go anywhere. We'd be sponges. If that were the case, we would be stuck. Right. Or be so sluggish to where it's like, damn, why is it so hard to raise my arm? It's full of water. You're a sponge now. So thank God we have something that keeps the beating off of us. I mean, we won't be a sponge totally, but it will be hard to move. But that's just how it is. And put some moisturizer. So this moisturizer here, like I said, it's just the CBD mixed in with it with the vitamin E and grapeseed oil. That's all that this is, literally. And you can make a rose oil if you want to. Rose oil is wonderful for your skin. Like I said,
I like rose water.
Rose water, yeah, you can add that in, mix it all together. If it'll blend together, you're gonna have like little bubbles in it. You know what I mean? But hey, if you on your skin, it would be different. You can kind of mesh it together because it's on your skin. But in a bottle, it's gonna look crazy. Yeah, so that's why you use a carrier oil. Carrier oils are the ones that can carry other substances together. So they're called carrier oils. Okay. Oil.
Benjamin, what's going on with your school thing?
Oh, I graduate this year. This December. I got 2 more classes. They don't start until the 18th of October.
And then what about with you training for therapy?
Is it training for therapy?
Yeah, like you're not trying to open up a massage school no more?
Yeah, of course. Of course. But I gotta wait for COVID's bullshit to go out of the way, and then hopefully I can get in contact with the school board of Virginia again. Maryland is just tough. DC is super tough. Like them two, shit. Getting approved through them, you gotta have somebody or know somebody. Virginia's wide open. Like they don't
cool.
care.
You can charge this. It doesn't use batteries. That's hot.
I try to use everything with charge. Yeah, I can't.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm not trying to use nothing with batteries. That's what the future's going to anyway. Your car will be, everybody will have kind of a Tesla car one day. 20 years, 30 years from now. Yeah, why the fuck we using gasoline? Man, fuck gasoline. And these big companies don't want us to use Teslas. So, if you think about Elon Musk when he was trying to put Tesla together, they shut him down a lot of years, like 10, 12 years, like of no's. And then he finally went out and he actually had enough money to fund his own venture. That's why Teslas are doing so well now. But before, the government didn't even want him to, because remember, it takes money out of it. It takes away from gasoline. If everybody can drive a self-driving car or whatever, they don't want that to work out. But they can't stop it because, so many people are investing in it. Billions of dollars. How you stop people with, because even if you killed Elon Musk, there's going to be another one in line. There's always somebody else who has the plans. You can't take everybody out. And so that's what they realized and said, you know what? All right, let's give them the patent and we'll just charge them for it. That's what they do to everybody who they can't control, like meat or prohibition, alcohol back in the day. You actually got killed for bootlegging. Like, marshals would kill white, but you see them movie, it wasn't like black bootleggers. We didn't really have any black bootleggers. That was all nothing but country boys, white boys. They were getting slaughtered by marshals. They were just killing them, just for running drugs. I mean, not drugs, but alcohol across the border. Can you imagine that? So everybody thinks cocaine and marijuana is worse. I mean, no. Alcohol was worse than all of them. You actually lost your life. And they were white people. They didn't care. Mobster or not, they didn't give a fuck about you. That was the worst thing ever, was having alcohol on you. And you did years in jail just for having like a pint. Because remember, it wasn't taxed. It wasn't... People got really honest, like, yo, no, prohibition back home. But remember when the government took over and said, oh, let's tax it. Because that was the solution to everything. We can't stop bootleggers, so then let's just make money off of it. Let's tax the hell out of it. And they did. They really did. But look at alcohol today. It's super cheap. You get drunk off it. It's the number one killer in America is drinking and driving. Well, I'm sorry. Besides heart disease. Heart disease is number one. Number two is alcohol. We have so many thousands of people dying in accidents because of alcohol. Every day or night or whatever the fuck it is. But yet we got meth heads on the corner. We ain't got no type of treatment facilities for them or any type of rehabilitation.
But you got an alcohol store everywhere, every fucking corner. 2, 3 on one block.
If they could tax meth, we would have a meth problem. You know what I mean? If they could find a way to make money off of meth, they would.
But it's crazy. You don't see a bunch of liquor stores shit in white people neighborhood.
No, not at all. No. You can go right in Virginia. Oh shit, I can take you to some place. I'm like, yeah, you'll never really see outlets, malls,
Well,
stores.
we gonna go for a drive.
We need to.
I like going for a drive, Benjamin.
So I can show you what I'm talking about, and see how they live. I'm like, no, this is how these motherfuckers live. From Annapolis to Rockville to Northern Virginia, it'll make you almost throw up. Because like, yo, we have the money, but yet we got poor schools. But y'all niggas living with boat. If you got 2 boats in the back of your yard, like Annapolis, all them niggas got boats.
Oh yeah, I know. That one time that I went and did what's that thing called? Instacart, right? That's what I never really been to Annapolis, like never really. And I actually went to Annapolis. I was like, hold up, hold up, this I could live here. Oh, this look nice as shit. Hold up. But I'm like, well, how much it costs though? Is it that expensive?
It's not that expensive. It's just they taking up so much of the land. Like you have to have some money to kind of even just outbid somebody. So that's what you really need the money for. Is to.
What do you mean?
Because the land out there, I don't really think it's too much of land development that they're building. If they are, you have to have some money to purchase it. So they're running out.
They have limited land. In Annapolis.
Even though Anne Arundel County is huge, they've cut off most of it for like national parks and resources, or you know the capital, whatever natural police it is. So you can't fish there, you can't do nothing. They want the wildlife to have their spot. So I understand that. But if you go across the bridge, which is Chesapeake Bay Bridge, oh, you got all the land that you want. Kent Island, oh yeah, you can go right there on the water. But no one wants to live on that side because you got to cross that damn bridge every damn day, and that bridge gets backed up. It's a nightmare. Chesapeake Bay Bridge is always packed. From Route 50 on our side, it's like 5-6 miles back up every damn day.
I want to go on that side and eat some of their seafood.
There you go. Yeah.
You work tomorrow?
Shit. I don't have to.
Let's make a date. You want to?
It's tomorrow.